That was Nick from New Brew Coffee.
Are we going to
I'm actually going to leave this seat open. What do you think for our next guest?
Let's make him sit on this.
Let's make him sit on this side.
It's really get silly here.
There he is, Mike McKim from Cuvee Coffee.
Hey guys, what's
How
up?
are you?
How's
Good
it
to
going?
see you.
How you doing?
How's your show going?
It's awesome.
I say, how's your show going? This is more of a conference, not a
show.
convention.
You're just in trade show mode. It's all good.
Yeah, I am in trade show mode. Yeah. So how are you?
I'm great, man.
Good. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks so much.
Cuvee Coffee, Best Packaging Innovation for 2015,
Yes.
awarded by BevNet.
Yeah.
You guys are based in Austin, Texas.
Yes, sir.
And you launched the Nitro can that we awarded Cuvee Coffee. When did that happen? Was that earlier? That was in January, I believe?
November of
2014. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us about the process of developing a Nitro can.
Oh man, how much time do we have?
Yeah?
It's a long story. Huh?
It's a long story.
We have time. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. I mean, to boil it down, the short version of the story is when we did Nitro Coffee originally, and we started working with it in 2011. The end goal was always to put it in cans. Couldn't figure out how to do that, and then I was about to give up and kind of ditch the Nitro, and then read a press release that Oscar Blues was launching Old Chub Nitro in cans, widget cans. Got a hold of them, flew out to Colorado, spent 2 days canning beer with them, learning all about nitrogen, and man, now here I am.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting. We were talking before just about sort of the, craft beer connection of all of this. I mean, your cafes have, nitro cold brew. You've got beer in them.
Yep.
The lines seem pretty blurry between what you're doing and, what a brewer is doing, right?
Oh, man. My favorite events to go to, aside from BevNet, of course, are the beer events. And what's awesome is all the brewery guys, they come straight to our tent, and all they want to do is shotgun a Nitro Coffee, right? I mean, they're just rabid about that, and it's a blast. So, yeah, the craft beer community has really embraced this product.
You can shotgun a Nitro can of coffee?
Dude, if I had one, I would do it right now for you, yes.
Man, we should have had that. That would have been great TV there for sure.
That would be good.
Next time.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about your distribution, because it's pretty limited at this point.
It is.
And the name of the game, if you want to get big in beverage, is to distribute pretty significantly, and to scale means that you have to spend a lot of money producing and then find the folks to sell your products. So, where are you at with that process?
Well, we've been really cautious. Every time we released a product, whether it was kegs or cans, we started just in Austin, right, to make sure that we could actually fulfill the demand that we had. And then we would slowly branch out of Texas. And then I'm happy to say on Thursday, our Nitro cans will hit the shelf in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut at all 33 Whole Foods.
Nice.
Wow.
So that's our next strategic market.
So in terms of Whole Foods regions, are you finding some traction other than in the Northeast at this point? Or other than the North Atlantic at this point?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
In terms of Whole Foods regions, we have a big show over here.
Yeah.
In terms of Whole Foods regions, where else what's your next move?
World domination comes to mind. I think it's picking strategic markets that we can actually make enough product, maintain the quality, integrity of the product. We've actually got a marketing campaign. 17 years of doing this, I've never done marketing. So we've got a marketing campaign launching next year, which will be a lot of fun. Dumping a scary amount of money into the new brewery.
Well, what's interesting is the marketing campaign. I'm assuming it's going to kind of explain the history of Cuvee and kind of talk about what your brand is all about. When I first saw Cuvee, I wasn't necessarily sure actually what it meant or what it represented. Can you talk a little bit about that?
About what Cuvee means?
What Cuvee means, and in terms of what it's supposed to represent to a consumer.
Well, I think I think we've gone through an evolution. Obviously, when I started the company, it was all about super premium quality, borderline elitist kind of, and we sometimes we foster that in the coffee industry a little bit too much. We obviously still focus on quality and super premium and all that sort of stuff, but we've kind of toned down that elitism that we used to exude at the beginning of our company. And I think what we found is we're a way more approachable, fun, become kind of an active lifestyle type company, which is really cool.
So I guess a slightly different question with expansion.
Yeah.
this morning Joth was talking about Stumptown's sort of expansion of like the beans as well as the cold brew.
Right.
Like, how does that work for you guys? Are you also branching out like where you're selling beans, or how does that work?
Yeah, our wholesale roasting business, it just kind of continues to grow at the same rate it has for the past 5 or 6 years, just because our brand has continued to grow. People are familiar with the product. They associate us with quality. They associate us with being good to work with, good service, that sort of thing. So that side of the business is kind of on autopilot, man. And we've always focused in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't really taken this whole U.S. approach like a lot of other people.
Well, your beans are I think I've seen them in Whole Foods out in California, or am I mistaken?
I don't know about Whole Foods, but I mean, we ship to, 16 or 18 different states.
Okay.
I mean, so we're out there just because people know the brand in the coffee industry. But man, I feel like we haven't even scratched the surface in Texas. It's a big state. So we're continuing to focus on our market.
So you're building a big brewery, though. What's going on in there?
As we expand, I mean, I call it the cold brewery, right? Just to kind of differentiate it from beer brewery.
Oh, no beer?
You know what, man? If I thought I could make better beer than what's on the market right now, I'd do it on a heartbeat, but I know I can't. So I'll just drink everybody else's.
There you go.
Well, there are some brands in Austin that are using your coffee to flavor their products.
I know it, yeah.
Good stuff. What's the one around the corner from you
Zilker
guys are?
we were talking
From Zilker, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Zilker's good stuff, yeah.
So, yep, Zilker just did a coffee milk stout. I think the one that has just a cult following, we've been working with Austin Beer Works for 4 years.
Yep.
And they do a beer called Sputnik, and it's a Russian Imperial coffee oatmeal stout. And we're actually delivering the coffee to them on Wednesday so they can infuse it with the beer.
Nice.
And that one's always a blast.
Great. Mike, congratulations on the win, and thanks so much for being with us. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Got to have your product up here in the north, up by us in the Northeast pretty soon, though.
Deal.
Deal.
Cool.
All right. Great seeing you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.